I have a message to give to the world. My name is Tariq. I am 20 years old. I am born in America. I identify myself as an Israelite, which means to me, a child of God. I also identify myself as an earth angel and a light worker. It has been a full year since I committed to my lightworking duties, which are enlightening the world through my thoughts, words, and actions. On 420 last year, it was my first time participating. I had started smoking only 4 months before in January, which triggered the process of ascension for me. And by April, I knew I wanted to keep investing in my spirituality. So on 420 last year, I was experiencing a lot of synchronicities and signs that continued on into the summer. I decided to give my life to God, and I started writing, meditating, and speaking to people as an angel, which for me was just pointing out God's signs and giving people messages. I also started working really hard to open my third eye through meditation and self-exploration. It worked, and I was able to see and hear spirits and recognize synchronicities, and I was able to follow the guidance of the universe a lot more easily because I was tapping into my third eye and just seeing beyond, just paying attention to all the signs. From the beginning, I asked God into my life, and I asked the universe to guide me because I did not want to travel this journey alone. I knew that this spiritual journey was going to be really important, really pivotal in my life, and I didn't want to go through this important stage of my life without any guidance from any higher being. So I just asked God to come into my life, and I asked the universe and the angels to just give me signs, give me signals, I just wanted to be sure I was using my God-given talents the way God intended me to. So that was about me, just to give y'all some background on where I get my information from and why I believe the things I believe. So I'm recording this video today to give the world an important message. So the other day I saw this post on Facebook that was saying that the world is going to end in June 2018 this year, and it just triggered this response in me that led me to make this video. The signs God has been giving us in the way our society is progressing gives me reason to believe that this is true and that now is the end times. Maybe there won't be some giant catastrophe in June, but I'm guessing there will be some major energetic shifts that will go unnoticed if you don't know what to look for. The signs of the earth have been very clear. Like global warming and melting ice and rising sea levels and natural disasters such as tornadoes, earthquakes, and hurricanes. These things have been going on for years now, and these occurrences were meant to tell us the earth has had enough of our destruction. The earth has been trying to purge itself of the imbalances humans have caused with deforestation, pollution to the atmosphere, and pollution to our major oceans. These things are an abomination. They are an abomination because God gave us this earth to appreciate and to cherish, and we just trashed it. It's horrible. When we say the world is ending, we mean that the way things are going now, such as capitalism and our unconcern for our environment, is coming to a forceful end, which was inevitable since the beginning of our destruction. God created us to coexist on this earth with plants and animals. God created man to work this earth. Adam means worker. God created man to work and to cultivate this land. And we do work in our society, but just not the way God intended. God did not intend for us to go stand for 8 hours somewhere and work for money, which I'll get to that. Yeah. So somewhere along the lines we strayed and we started living our life for an income and possessions rather than for the love of God. Now so many people don't even believe in God or think about God on a day-to-day basis. So many people don't even understand God in the universe. We are all a part of God. We live our lives as an extension of God, whether we know it or not, whether we believe it or not. We are an extension of God. Separation is an illusion we created ourselves, along with money and race. We became slaves to money instead of servants to God. We became slaves to money instead of servants to God. The darkness of money consumed our American society, which is spreading like a virus to the rest of the world. So I'm going to go back to the signs of the times where we're seeing figureheads such as Donald Trump, disasters like tornadoes and all that kind of stuff in places that normally wouldn't have tornadoes. We're seeing global warming, ice melting, sea levels rising, extinctions caused by overhunting and pollution, and changes of the seasons where it's hot in the cooler months and cool in the hotter months. These are all very clear signs. Even the way we interact with other humans in the age of social media, where anybody can be whoever they want, is a very clear sign that we have turned this natural earth unnatural, which is bad, very bad. But the darkness has been defeated, and we have no reason to fear. This video is not to incite fear. We as a society created our own monsters and devils, so we have the choice now to stop believing in them and to turn to God, for love conquers all fears. Darkness cannot exist in light, and this earth is becoming enlightened. We are rising from a three-dimensional earth where the dominating beliefs are that we have to create our own flow of abundance by working our lives away for a paycheck, for pieces of paper in our pockets, and for numbers in our bank accounts. All things we created and believed in ourselves. Money does not exist. 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 Money does not exist, okay? It came into existence to control us and to give us an illusion that we have ownership and control over something lesser than ourselves, so that we don't realize that we are being controlled by money and a whole lot of other stuff. Just keep in mind, money does not exist. Actually, we're all just slaves. We're just called employees now. Also, the idea of religion where we spend our whole lives trying to prove to God that we are unworthy of His grace is a three-dimensional concept because God believed we were worthy enough to send His Son to show us the way. Jesus did not come here for us to worship Him as God. Jesus came here to show us that we could be free of the darkness, basically. We were into so much stuff, so much like sexual immorality and like violence and just so much darkness and hatred was in our hearts. So God sent Jesus to show us that we are human, but we're also like God. We also came from God. So we are able to live our lives in peace, in harmony, and we are able to shine our lights and give our love to the world. And that's what Jesus came here and showed us. But a lot of us got confused and thought that we should worship Him as a God. Like, he's very important. He's extremely important, but he was never meant to be seen as, God. Or that's my interpretation, He said all of our sins were forgiven and that he would give us his grace and mercy because we are worthy. So why do we stay stuck in the past trying to make up for our sins? Why not live our lives in service to God instead? This is where five-dimensional Earth comes in to the conversation. We are currently shifting from 3D Earth through 4D Earth to eventually get to five-dimensional Earth, where the focus is going to be about love and peace and harmony, and about living in unity with each other rather than war and, anger and hatred. All those things are going to be in the past. So that's what we mean by the world is ending. The world, which is like the 3D world, where we focus on money and where we focus on competition and individuality, all of that is coming to an end. So it's very good news. It's not the way we think it's going to be. So just keep that in mind. And that was the message that I had. I went over a lot of stuff in this video, but basically I'm just introducing myself in this channel. And if y'all are interested, I can give you more knowledge and just tell you about my life and what I do to dedicate my life and my work to God. Y'all can just comment things you want to know more about. Like, I know a lot about like twin flames, and I know I can talk more about 5D Earth, what to expect from 5D Earth, about the law of attraction and just universal spiritual laws in general. Oh, there's this cute little bird over there. Yeah. So anything y'all want to know, y'all can just comment. We can talk, we can discuss, because I don't believe that, I believe in just hearing from other people, hearing what other people have to say. And yeah, so like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and thanks for watching.